Head over to Miniature Market where they have thousands of board games and discounted prices, and click the direct link below for Disney Lorcana or any other game. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. I'm fresh back from Gen Con, and today we're going to be putting lore together with Arcana, because we're going to be talking about Disney's Lorcana here, the hotness of Gen Con. Now I've already done a rule school which teaches you how to play the game, so I'm not going to do a full overview here. If you want to learn more about how to play the game, your first game, you can click the I up there in the corner or the link below to learn how to play the game. This is going to be a review, so I'm not going to do a full overview here, but I will give you a 1-minute quick overview, and then I'll see you in the back end for my final thoughts. In Disney Lorcana, you'll be using a starter deck versus someone else with a starter deck, and you can play the full game, or you can have booster packs that you'll open up and mix with your deck and construct your own decks. Over the course of the game, you're trying to gain lore, because the first person to get 20 lore is the winner. And you'll be gaining that lore by playing characters and then sending them on quests and getting a certain amount of lore depending on that character. But you have to be careful, because when you exert your character, it leaves them susceptible to the other player to then challenge them, being able to possibly banish them out of the game. You'll also be playing items which give you special abilities like removing damage from characters, or playing action cards which give you a one-time use like cycling through some cards. The trick of it all is you have to spend ink in order to play these cards, and over the course of the game you're deciding which cards that you're going to be using only for ink for the rest of the game and not using their abilities. Tough decisions. So let's see if you have what it takes to be the first to 20 lore. Now if you're watching this, you definitely play games, and hey, why not make some money while gaming? Now the World Series of Board Gaming 2023 is in Las Vegas from September 24th through 28th, and they're giving away over $40,000 and Super Bowl style rings to the winners. Now there's 16 different games available to play, like Ticket to Ride, Wingspan, Terraforming Mars, and many more. Now you can click the link below to learn more details of how it works, and to receive $40 off your entry using the promo code GameBoyGeek. Alright, I first should start with my biases, since you might be new to the channel, and I think that's important to know those going into the here. I am not usually typically a huge CCG or trading card game fan. I don't have a lot of these. I've gotten to maybe 1 or 2 of them. I used to play Magic back in college. I enjoyed it then. More recently, I've played a decent amount of Star Wars Destiny, which was also one of those. But in general, they're not like my go-to thing. These are sort of lifestyle games that you sort of have to invest pretty much all of your gaming time into them to reap a lot of the rewards and things like that. So I'm not typically a huge trading card or collectible card game fan. On the Disney side of things, I like Disney. There's many movies that I have very nostalgic feelings for. I love Aladdin, I love Lion King, things like that. But I wouldn't call myself a Disney enthusiast, or definitely not a Disney Knight. I don't dislike Disney. There's movies that have touched my heart, but I don't watch a lot of TV and movies, just generally speaking. I play a lot of games and I play music, and I don't do a lot of watching. So those are my biases coming in here. So let's talk about the game itself. First thing, obviously, there's going to be a wide range of familiar art. So I'm going to go through all the things I like first, all the pros. I mean, if you're a Disney fan, this is going to be, right down your alley, because there's lots of different movies, lots of different characters, wide range of art that you're going to be familiar with. There's foils. Each of the starter decks even come with 2 foils. Now, a lot of times you get games that have foils, and the foil is so strong, and it's over the whole card that you can't even read it without moving the card around and stuff. They did a great job with the foil here, because it's just enough to give it that special glimpse. It's just the background of the artwork. They haven't messed with the text. They didn't even mess with the main image of the art. It's good because it looks cool, but it doesn't detract. It only adds. I don't think I've seen that in foils before, so I really like that aspect of it. I think they did a great job here of balancing gameplay depth and approachability. We got to think who the audience is here for this game, okay? If you're watching this, maybe you don't play a lot of games. Maybe you're very casual in your gaming. Maybe you don't play anything other than Uno, and that's great. This game is really for the people that have, they like Disney, but maybe they don't play a lot of games. Maybe they play Uno and Monopoly and things like that. Or maybe they play some more casual games. Maybe they play Ticket to Ride and Catan and things like that. And you're getting to that. I think they've done a good job of balancing new gamers being able to come in and learn the game and play it, but they're still, for that level, a decent amount of depth there. So I think they did a good job balancing who they made this game for. I don't think they made this game for the people that play Magic the Gathering. Clearly, no, they didn't. This is a different thing for a different market, and I think they know who their target market is, and I think they did a good job of reaching out and sort of tailoring this game to them. I like gameplay-wise that you're turning cards into ink for currency. It's a tough choice. You're like, which card are you going to burn, especially early in the game as you start building up that ink well? Tough choices. Oh man, which one am I going to give up? Well, this one will be good later, but I really need stuff now, but should I hold this later because I'm going to need it, so maybe get rid of one of these other ones. Maybe it's a 2, and I'll just get rid of it. You know, everything face down is just 1 ink, but which one am I going to get rid of? Good, tough decisions after the simple mechanism of building up currency that you're going to use to be played all your other cards through. I like that the challenge is, my character is going to challenge your, exerted character. Very streamlined. Mine does 3 damage, yours does 2 damage. Let's do it. Oh, they're both gone. They've both been, banished. They're gone. Stuff like that. It's really easy. Oh, yours isn't totally gone. Here's some counters, -2. Very streamlined. I like that aspect of it. I like that the character, there's some specific timing with it, right? You play a character and you can't really do anything with it when you play it, but you don't exert it because that would leave them susceptible to attacks, to challenges from the other players, right? So you play it and it's out there and other players can see what's there, what its ability, how much lore you'll get for questing with them, and they can sort of build their strategy off it. And I like that the timing, and if sometimes you're looking at the board and then you're seeing the characters that are out there between you and them and you're going, if I go for a quest here, they'll be able to now beat me this round. But if I stay like this, then they'll do it, then I can challenge them. And it's almost a little jockeying there where you're trying to figure out the right timing to either quest or challenge. And I like that it's simple, but there's some good decisions there. I like that the items are very different. They're immediate use. You can use them immediately and they're ongoing. You don't have to wait around. I like that the actions, these are sort of one-time uses that you get these little powerful abilities and then they're gone. So I like that there's different types of cards for that help, create an overall arching both long-term strategy and some immediate tactical things. So I think that non-gamers or casual gamers will definitely enjoy this. That's for me. From a gamer enthusiast side, which is what I am, I think, and again, this is just my personal, my thought of what I think this is for, is gamer enthusiasts I think will enjoy this game with friends and family. It'll help them play games, it'll help them get into it because people like Disney, it's not too hard of a learning curve, and you'll be able to enjoy it with them, and the game holds up enough that gamers will enjoy it too. Now, also, Magic players that play Magic the Gathering, which is like the largest CCG, the most popular one, they could also use this with their friends and family as sort of a stepping stone into the trading card game world and things like that. So I could see them using that like that. I don't personally think that you'll often see non-Disney enthusiasts that are also gamer enthusiasts playing this with other gamers. Like, for example, for me, this isn't a game that I'm gonna be like the first thing I'm pulling out when my gamer group gets together, we're all enthusiasts. I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm dying to play Lorcana with you. Because again, I'm not a Disney enthusiast, I'm not a trading card game enthusiast. We have other games for that. Like for me, Star Wars Destiny was an older CCG that's no longer supported. That had a lot more depth, a lot more going on, a lot more rules and stuff. And if I was gonna play this style of game, I would play that. Or Mind Bug is a newer game that like you don't even have to build a deck, but it feels like something like this, But those are sort of deeper, more going on type games. Those are the types of games if I was gonna play one of these, which these aren't like my go-to types of games. So that's who I think it's for. That's who I think it's probably not for. So I think it can work with everybody, even the gamer enthusiasts, with non-gamer groups and friends and family and things like that. Now on the negative side of things, so overall I think they did a great job of getting the game for a specific market and tailoring it to that market. On the negative side of things, personally I don't like black bordered cards. They nick easy, they show things easy. I just personally don't like cards that have black borders on them. On the second thing, the cards themselves, I would have liked them to be a little thicker. They feel a little thin to me. Now granted, they're not as thin as the cards you get in Sorry or Uno or things like that. Some mass market games, like they bend when you just look at them, right? These are stronger than those, but like I played this game right after playing Forbidden Jungle, which was game, sort of another big release at Gen Con. Those cards are sort of like cards that you expect from a gamer enthusiast game, which is they're thick, They have linen finish. They're nice, right? There's 44 cards in that game. Here, I think there's 60 in the starter deck, right? I would have liked to have seen them some thicker because they are a little less thick than I would like, especially since you're playing, I mean, it's a card game, you're playing them. Now, so for me, I think most people, if you're gonna play this long term, I think you're gonna need to sleeve the cards. Between the black borders and between the card thickness, I think that, for me, that's a negative. For me, that's the biggest negative. The trading card game model definitely isn't for everyone. People aren't gonna wanna jump out and buy boosters. They're not gonna wanna be chasing these cards. They're not gonna be wanting, maybe they are because they wanna just collect them and not play with them, but this model is not for everyone. It's sort of a lifestyle game. If you're gonna dive in, you're gonna be probably spending a lot of money chasing cards, doing that. It's not for everybody. But with that being said, you can just buy a couple starter packs and just play with those for a little bit and have some fun. If you want to add some new cards, you can do so slowly and not be all, not be all into the organized play and things like that. So overall, that's what I think of the positives and negatives of Disney Lorcana. Hopefully you should have a good idea now as to if this game is for you or not. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you love. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table into a high-quality gaming solution, but they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with over 20 styles of thematic game mats in 11 different sizes from notable board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and real cool accessories, experience what thousands of other gamers enjoy by upgrading every game you play with a Game Topper system. Save hundreds of dollars on Game Topper package deals that are in stock now for immediate shipping at GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.